So we are actually going to start standing. So when you grab your rollers, we'll take them over to, actually, Barbara's in the perfect spot to use the lectern. If you want to hold on to any of these bars here, that's helpful. Probably the table's a little low for a wall, but we're just going to begin by standing with the roller out, maybe 8 to 10 inches from your wall. And then you can step up onto the roller, just be careful, right? So you're going to have your feet parallel, about 4 inches apart. And just settle in. You feel like you're making an imprint into the roller as you sink in. And then holding on, you can slide the heels down a little bit to get that lovely calf stretch. And also it's massaging out the plantar fascia in your feet. And then you can slide your toes down a little bit, not too much. So you want to feel like the gentle stretch across the top of the foot, but don't go so low that you're dangerous. Having the roller slip out from behind you. And we go back down to the sketch. Just go back and forth here. It feels really good. Do you feel secure with the wall? And really, you want to be standing sort of in the center of the arch. And then after doing the calf stretch for a little bit, come back to center. And then see if you can find your balance over the center of your feet. And maybe taking the hands slightly away from the surface, but keep it like within 1/8 of an inch to the surface so that you can grab what you need to. And we're not really trying to rock the heels back and forth, we're just trying to stand and breathe. So you inhale, feel like the whole body is expanding away from your central axis. And when you exhale, pull it into the center of your body. You feel like everything starts to tremble a little bit, and it's okay because you have a postural sway, but the body will move away from center and then pull back into center. Okay, and then we're going to hold on again. Shift your weight to your right foot, and then bend the left knee so the knee is in front of the other leg, and the heel is behind it. Your weight is still pretty much balanced here. And this will increase the amount of pressure that goes up through the arch of the foot. And even though the left foot is lifted, try to reach down through your left sits bone. If you picture swinging your tail to the right, that should bring more weight into the left side of the body, which is cantilevered off the right side. And then we're switching, so hold on. And now we're going to switch weight into your left leg. We're pressing the legs together, like calf to calf. Whenever you want, much weight forward as you come back from your center line. So face a bit forward, feels a bit back. Try not to look at the birds flying through the window to their nest up at the eaves here, because that will take you off your balance. Go to flying out to the and then you can hold on. Put feet again. Maybe move to a different spot so you can have on the index. And then see what it feels like now to try to stand on both legs. Usually slightly easier after trying to be on one leg. And then we can hold on and step off. And then what's an interesting thing to try now is just stepping off the roller. Just going to stand on your right foot first. Again, keep extra weight in the left hip and the left knee. And we're just so grateful, right, that it's so much easier than standing on the roller. and the feet are more aware, and then we can do this on the left foot. So as you pick up the knee, drop down through your hips, and the hips are level here. And either hand on the hips is helpful. You know, obviously you can take the arms out to the side, imagine like holding a roller in between your arms, or do like prayer hands, so the closed chain, which also helps you stabilize and find your central axis. And then we're going to go back and have a seat on our mats and do a little Franklin foot massage. We had a request for some good things. And I'm taking other requests. This, of course, is the last Tuesday for this semester. I'm here tomorrow, and then we start up again after alumni weekend. What is that, like June 3rd, 2nd, something?
I think it's the 4th.
The 4th. No Wednesday class, but Tuesday, please come if you're in town. All right, so first we start by having one leg out to the side. The edge of your foot can rest on the opposite thigh. And we're sliding your fingers through the toes from the opposite hand. So if your right leg is up, your left hand cups the base of the foot, the sole of the foot. And I find it easiest to slide my fingers in from the pinky on up. And then you're sort of like really trying to get it deep into the crease at the bottom of the toes. And now we're just going to roll the left wrist to get this rolling action through the front of the foot, the forefoot. I know this time of year can be pretty crazy. And when your feet feel better, everything feels better. And then you can slide your fingers out from between your toes, but leave the thumb on top of the big toe, ball of the foot, the first metatarsal here. And just wrap your hands around so that the other fingers are wrapped around the pinky edge, right? And then we can slide the foot over a bit, and you'll take your right hand, if you're working your right leg, and you're going to cup the heel with that hand. The thumb is on top, the other fingers are around the bottom part of it from your perspective. And now we wring out the foot like you're wringing out a wet washcloth. So that heel, the calcaneus bone, actually swings a little bit in an arc. And you want to push it down and then pull it up while you rotate the front of the foot in the opposite direction. It's great for all the arches in our feet. And then next, we'll uncross the leg, bring the foot in front of you. And we're pulling the toes long and away from each other. Just kind of pull them and wiggle them. And you can look at your toes and kind of figure out like what they need. Like often, like if you've got a bunion or you've been wearing pointy-toed shoes a lot, maybe even the pinky toe comes in toward the middle ones. So you want to take those toes and try to like stretch the inner line to give them a little bit more stretch there. And then sometimes toes are like gripping the ground, particularly if you wear flip-flops a lot or have shoes that don't have a back on them. You end up getting these like claw-like toes. And for those toes, you want to pull the toes up and back towards your shin. And if you wear a shoe with a smaller, what they call a toe box, right? You would try to spread the toes open, like flare them open like a peacock spreading its tail feathers. And this you could do for as long as you had the patience to do it, but we're going to stop now. And then when you're watching TV, great. Chatting on the phone with somebody. So now you're going to take your foot between your hands. So the thumbs are going to be on top of the toes and the top of the foot, and the other four fingers are underneath. And what we're going to do, we're going to try to like push down with the thumbs and pull up with the fingers and try to pull the toes apart and then also the foot apart too from its midline. So you can spread the toes again, and then you can also like try to pull the
the balls of the feet, which are the metatarsals, away from the center one. Same as you go into the long bones here at the arch of the foot. You've got 5 of them here. One lines up with each toe, and you can think of spreading them open. And you can even pick up the foot and really dig into your heel. And it's good, like if you have little fingernails, like try to push them in and really get some release here, taking some tension out of the foot. Okay, and then one of the most fun things to do is just extend that foot out, compare it to the other one. And they look so different in color, in the veining, and also maybe you can feel a difference if you point flex, or even if you just hold it there. The foot that you work tends to be a little more relaxed and has like a bigger range of motion here across the top of the ankle. So let's do the other side. So you pull the leg up. And we're just starting sliding the fingers through the toes. So Eric Franklin, this is his exercise series. He calls this shaking hands with your foot. Like, let's get reacquainted in a positive way. And so once you have the fingers between the toes and the heel of your hand to the balls of the feet, you can just roll the wrist. The heel is grounded so that you just are working really the front of the foot, forefoot is what they call it. Is this helping? And then we'll slide the fingers out, wrap the hand around the front of the foot, pick up the leg, the other hand to the ipsilateral, so it's the left leg, the left hand. That's gonna hold the heel of the hand. And then here we bring out the foot. Hey there. I was hoping you'd make it. Good. And then we're bringing the heel down. And let's pull on the toes, stretch them, wiggle them, pull them up, pull them away from center. All the things that we just did. You can probably see if you've broken any toes in the past, you can usually tell right when you look at them. Poor things. It's amazing when you look at your feet and you think that that big toe, that's your push-up, right? When you're walking, that's like, think of it pushing this whole weight of the body, right? Like it digs into the ground and you use it to propel yourself forward with every step. Obviously, it's assisted by muscles and everything above it, but it really takes a lot of the load. And now we will spread the toes and then start pushing down with the thumb and the heel of the thumb on the top of the foot. And then the 4 fingers go underneath and we're trying to separate the edges of the foot from the center. And as you work it, you can see the color of your foot changing and the texture of your foot changes too. Unfortunately, the other one, without moving it, is reverting back to its initial position, but you know, it still feels more relaxed than before, so that's what we're looking for. Okay, and then we can come up to standing again in order to feel how much more relaxed the foot is and how much more aware of the ground it is. And then let's just try standing on one foot again here. And see if perhaps it feels a little more stable. Definitely spread more open. And then go to the other side. So if you have a yoga practice, it's nice to do some foot release work before you actually start your class or your practice.
to prepare you for all the one-legged work, right? So that your arm are stable and not just lifting the foot up and praying that you stay balanced on one foot. All right, and then we can come on back down. And of course, some doctors want to see you do this too. They do that analysis, like, okay, how long can you stand on one foot? This is a little cheat to make you do better at that exercise. Not really a cheat, you're putting in the work. So anyway, we're now going to go into the roller. So we can grab that. And I recommend not laying down where your feet just were. It takes a while for these rollers to get back into shape. They do have a bit of rebound. But we'll start with this across the shoulder blades. Support your head with your hands, lift your hips up, and we push and pull, bring the head up as you roll to the base of the rib cage, lifting the hip and dropping the head as you bring the roller towards the top of the shoulder, staying off the neck. Just try to get a deep tissue massage here at the part of your upper back and mid back that need it. And then we can lower the hips. And let's just rotate to one side, twisting the torso, trying to keep the hips grounded, and then to the other side. Giving a stretch leg into the back and into the front line of your body. We'll roll from one side to the other. I think a slight upward curl is probably useful here. And we'll just do one more set. And then let's come center, and then we're going onto our sides here to do the full body rotation. So you'll have your knees bent and stacked. The roller here is going to be on a diagonal across the mat with the higher end towards your face and the lower end towards your hips behind you. And we'll drape the body here so the roller is right into the armpit. About 8 to 10 inches of roller in front of you, most of the roller behind you, and then support your head with your hands. And we begin by pulling the elbows together and hugging the roller, tucking the chin into your chest. Look down at your sternum. Feel that you're widening the space between your blades here. And then you bring your gaze across the roller, across the floor to the wall, up the wall to the ceiling, and then we're slowly going to rotate back, trying to keep the knees stacked, the hips stacked. And as you go back further, you want to be sure you feel the roller underneath you. You can hang your head back in extension. The bottom elbow can lift a bit, so you can really get the whole shoulder blades down onto the lower surface. And at this point, most likely, the top hip has fallen back a bit, but the bottom leg is still connected to the floor. And then to come out of it, we want to leave the head and the elbows back. Pull your top knee forward, slide that leg along the other one to match your knees. The hips come up, and then you work up your body. Think you're spinning the tail forward, the vertebrae rotate one after the other, bottom to top. As you come around, you're going to duck your chin and pull the elbows together and hug the roller here. And then again, we start with the head movement. The eyes can start the movement for the head and then the neck. And remember, go back, you can allow your bottom arm to start to come up a little bit, but don't force it to stay down. It's better to really get those shoulder blades onto the roller support and then let the hip fall backwards into extension with this rotation. And the elbows open and drop, so you're in a nice extension here across your roller. And then maybe lift your hip slightly, but pull the top knee forward, pull the hip forward, work up your spine. We're sequencing it here into that rotation, coming all the way up. Drop your forehead into the surface of the roller and hug the roller with your arms. And we'll just do one more. So really enjoy this slow movement here. Think of each vertebra one by one spinning, and as it starts to spin, the movement travels to the next one down the line. Let your head truly be supported here by your hands, so you can hang back without any
fear or anxiety in the neck. And then we pull the knee forward to pull the hip forward. Use your hands to support the weight of your head and place it where you need it. Come all the way around, working up from the tailbone. And then pull that on up. All right, and then we're coming on up. And I did forget to say, if you need an extra padding under your armpit onto the roller, you should always just grab an extra towel or like that. Anyway, go to the other side. Remember, we want the slant of the roller, so it's going to be lower towards your tailbone behind you and higher towards your face in front of you. The knees bent at a comfortable distance from your chest. Heels pretty much aligned with your tail. And here we go, looking down, tucking your chin towards the base of your throat. Pull your top elbow around and in. Choose where you feel the stretches, and it can be very different on the two sides. Gaze moves forward, start to lay back. Be sure you feel the support of the roller. If not, when you come forward again, you can adjust it where you need it. Sometimes the angle is just a little bit long for the rotation of your body. And then start knee and then hip. Come up slowly. Big exhale as you pull the rib cage around and down. And then we're doing it again, of course. You move with your breath. It's an inhale to start the movement, and exhale to go back into your extension with this rotation. So pull the knee forward, even if it's come away from the extend directly on the other one. Try to reach to that top knee. Give you a little more feel like a blanket across the hip and the waistline as well. And then work your way forward again here with your breath. Start with your inhale, use the exhale before you need it. As you pull the rib cage around and the hip forward and down. And we have one last one here. So open and back. Hands up to hold the head. And then last time forward and around. Work. And then here, let's come on up again. And we're going to do a knee sway here, sitting on the roller. Everyone, take a ball, give it to your neighbor. So you're coming up, and we're going to be leaning back onto our hands. And you want to put the roller sort of up near the base of your sacrum. And now we'll cross the right leg over the left. And then as we tip the knees over to your left, turn your head and look to the right. You'll lift the right hip off. And then we unwind, we're keeping the leg crossed the same way and just bringing these now over to the right. And lift the left hip, this will open up your chest. And also give you that rotation in your spine some more. And you can use your right leg to sort of pull that left hip longer to get a little bit more stretch through the waistline. Come back to the other side again. Maybe the right leg back a bit into extension for the neck and the chest. Back again. Then we feel that pull across the chest and the upper shoulder. Good. And let's take it once more. This time when we're over here to the left, you're going to rock a little bit up and down, so cross-cut the glute. You can find any area that might be a little tight here, thinking of your piriformis. And you can change the angle to maybe see if you can go along the outer edge of the sacrum, or go more into like the belly of the glute. Or you can tip it over really far, see how far you take it. And just notice where you need the work. If it's too intense, back off of it a little bit and go like in the vicinity, but not right to the epicenter. Good. And then here we go to the other side. Always like adjust, right? If you need to bring your hands forward or back. Up and down the length of the glute here. Change the angle, see if you can figure out what area is tight. This tends to be a stressful time on campus. A lot of transitions happening. A lot of work for people who work here. With all the events coming up. If you find a spot that really needs help, maybe just go back and forth, micro movement, super slow, iron out the spot that needs you the most. And then we can come back to center, we uncross and recross the legs. And here again, let's start to the left. And then we can swing the legs over to the right. That rotation through the spine, including the neck, so you can look away from your knees. And then to the other side. Obviously, with the neck, sometimes less is more, so just go where it feels right for you. And come across again. Go ahead. Back to center, and then one more time, going to the left. And then we're going up and down on that left foot. You may already know which is the part that needs help the most. And then we can come back through center, exhale, to pick up the weight of the legs. Maybe inhale into the stretch, and here we go again. Up and down. And then you can come center and cross the legs and slide on top of this. And we'll put the roller to the side for now. And let's start with the roll-ups. So the legs extend forward. You want to use your band around your leg. But let's extend the legs forward, squeeze them together. And the arms can stretch forward, up if you want, either higher, down low, depending on what your body wants. And then you curl the tail up, look down your nose at your abs. Work your spine down here, one vertebra at a time. All the way down, lay your back. And the arms can reach back behind you. Lifting the arms, lifting the head, neck, and chest. Exhale to pick up your ribs. And then we curve forward, passing over the legs here. Stretch the head out. Elongate the neck. And then we're going back again. So work your way down. Try to work every inch of that abdominal line to release you to the floor eccentrically with those muscles. And then the arms jump open. So your hands get a little wider if your chest was tight today. Lift the arms up. Gentle lift head, neck. Breathe through this lift. Exhale. The waist pulls back as the hip pulls forward, out between the fingertips, out over towards the toes. See if you feel that stretch in the back of your legs as well as your low back. And then we're curving ourselves back into the mat. So the tail lifts through the legs. And you keep rotating the pelvic girdle on the femurs until you get down past the lordotic curve to the base of the ribs. Continue all the way down. You can flatten the tail out here. So the pelvis is level, like a tabletop. And we'll do one more. The arms rise. As you're holding the ball here, squeeze that imaginary ball up. If you're using a magic circle, that would be a place that you really press into it. But even imagining that you're squeezing something can help you engage the muscles. And then we'll bring it back down. Suspend yourself on your fingertips, like you're holding cables from the sky, and come down.
circularly right and left. And then the arms are overhead, let's circle the arms around. And here we're going to pull both knees into your chest, hug them in tight. This again is something really helpful for low back issues, and we're doing knee stir, circling the knees towards each other. The knees and the feet separated come together. And then we'll reverse the circles. Mobilizing the femur on the hip socket, releasing the hip joints. And now let's take your hands to the back of your thighs, rock up, lift your head back in the chest, out to sitting, or roll back into our hundreds. So let's extend forward. Arms reach forward too, and we start to go back again. If you want to use a ball under your shoulders, under your neck, you can do that to hold your upper arm curl in position. Down to the base of the ribs, the tip of the blades, the legs pull in, elbows wide, lift your head a little higher, extend the legs, extend the arms, let's pop, inhaling, and exhale. Down your nose, center your gaze onto the navel here. Try to keep looking below the knees, definitely below the feet, because once you look up, your body's going to flatten. It'll be harder to get back up into this lift. Fingers stretch forward, with the glide up and down the wall in front of you. And think about your sternum dropping deep in towards your spine. But the front of the body narrows almost like it's in a soft fold with the curve. And that's going to help you widen the back and come a little bit deeper into the upper abdomen. You're breathing in fully, trying to get the air to the bottom of your lungs, and then exhale. Press the air out. The abdominal wall helps by pulling tight to the transverses to move the organs up and help the lungs empty. We're breathing fully here. The legs are stretching. You can always pull them back in, pull them closer to your body if your back needs that help. And then let's fold the knees in, lay your head down, and turn your head slowly side to side. And then let's slide the left leg forward, pull the right knee to your chest. If you have a TheraBand and want to use it on your foot, you can, or you can go TheraBand free. And we'll lift the leg up to the sky. Take the leg circles. We take the leg across the body, keeping the hip down, reach the leg low, externally rotate it out to the side, and then up to the ceiling, and reach again. One full breath for each circle. You know it's a very short inhale to begin the circle from the top, and then exhale all the way around. Keep exhaling, exhaling until you get to the point where you feel the hamstring stretch as the leg lifts vertically to the sky. Around and then up to the ceiling again. And one final one, at least in this direction. So we come to the top and reverse. Out to the side, pull the leg low, drag it across with internal rotation, neutral at the top, and breathe. The left side gets heavier as the right leg sweeps away. You're trying to stretch the leg out into space. Gaze to the ceiling. Make sure your neck feels comfortable, right? If your chest is really tight, you need to hold the towel under your head. Or you might just need to like tuck your chin slightly and look a little bit down your nose and still up in the sky. Last circle here. And we pull the leg up. And then we can rotate the leg and take it out to the side. If you don't have a band, you can use your hand to support the weight of your leg. Rock the leg a little bit towards your shoulder and back. And then we lift the leg up, cross it over, spiral your spine. We've already been practicing that a lot. Reach the leg out long, and you look out over your extended right arm. And then unwind, come down from your left shoulder to the waist of the right hip. Lift the leg up, let's give it a little extra pull, a little extra stretch in the back line here, hamstring. And then fold it in deep to your chest. Stretch the other leg away, afterwards central line. And then let's release the right leg down, shake it out. And here we go for the left leg fling it in. It brings it in. And then extend the leg up and a bit forward, wherever it feels right for your hip and your hamstring. And we circle across on the inhale and then go low on the exhale, keep exhaling
difficult to support the leg if you're not using the strap. The strap is really helpful to both support the weight of the leg, give you something to push out into. It creates like a feeling of buoyancy there, which I feel like transfers into the leg and the hip joint. So let's do one more here. Short inhale, long deep exhale. Go low, go wide, but hold that pelvis steady on the ground. And now we reverse. The right hip gets heavy as the left leg reaches away from it. Pull the leg over, putting the weight into the left hip, and then bring the leg up. And try to get that rotation of the leg on the socket. It gives you the best fit for the figurehead on the joint surface. Do that, as opposed to just having the orientation of the leg and the foot the same for the whole movement. See if you can really feel that challenge to the abdominal wall as you take that circle larger and larger. And here we'll come to the top. Okay, so we open the leg out to the left. Press the right hip down, maybe taking the right hand on the hip bone. Rest here. You can rock the leg a little bit towards your shoulder and away. Exhale, use the upper inner thigh to pull the leg up to the ceiling, and then cross it over, extending the left arm out, following the hip off the ground. Pull the leg towards your shoulder here. And just breathe into the stretch that you found. You can rotate the leg a little internally to get more stretch into the glute. And then we'll come down, unwinding from the right shoulder to the waist of the left glute. The leg lifts the sky and then pull it in. A little more stretch here. And then fold the knee into your body. Pull it in as tight as you can. Just be protective of the knee if that needs a little assistance. You would hold to the back of the thigh instead of the shin. And then we slide that leg forward, shake out your legs. Hopefully much more relaxed at this point. And then we'll pull the right leg in and lift to come up, rolling in the ball. Okay, so here we're near the front third of the mat. Hands to your shins, easier with the hands to the thighs. Pull the elbows wide and forward, lift your feet, find your balance point as you curl the tail up. You want to get the base of your sacrum, sucking the waist back, and point the shoulder blades wide. Inhale, lift the tail and roll your shoulder blades only. That sits off the ground. Come back to your balance. So we go right down the middle of your mat, and then we breathe to feet forward and lift. Rocking back here, make sure you have enough padding under your back. So to feel comfortable to roll. And we'll do one more. To come up into our balance point. Now we're working it back down into the ab series. So right hand, right ankle, left hand, right knee. You can push the shin up into your hands. You can reach the left leg longer. Try to go down as slowly as you can to your most beautiful upper curl, holding it tight. From here, it's an inhale to switch, and exhale to switch again. So shoot the leg out long, really get full extension through the knee. You don't want to overpoint the toes. So think about reaching out through an area right at the center of the balls of the feet. And the legs lengthen, so they're opening across the hip before you come in and have a little compression at the hip joint. We'll do one more set like this. Legs push up, hands push down. And then pull both knees in, double leg stretch. Arms and legs reach up to the ceiling, circle the arms wide as you replace the legs in. And you stretch it away, and you pull everything back to center. Think about suspending your body like a hammock from the tree branches, and then come in, reach and lengthen, pull it off the bone, and one more time. Let's rest your head down, rest your feet down, and let's use the roller under our hips today for our scissors, if you didn't do it before us. So the feet grounded together your hips, slide the roller under the sacrum. And then here, let's pull the knees into your chest, hold the roller in position, extend the legs up to the sky, and then the right leg goes back, the left leg reaches forward. And we inhale to switch, and exhale to switch. So working into the hip extension as the leg goes down, and then working into the hamstring stretch as the leg lifts
lifts and goes back over your chest. Soft toes flowing through the air. Air skimming by your legs. Good. And then both legs up to bend the knees. Lower the feet down. And we come on off of the roller to the side. And now we're coming up with a double leg lower lift. So have your upper curl. Pull the knees in. Use your hands to your thighs. Really refine the upper curl. And the legs go up, the hands go behind the base of the skull. You pull the head up and the elbows down and in. So the feet slide forward, rolling to a level where you can hold the waistline pressing towards the ground and then bring the legs up. You're going to feel the increasing load of the legs. You know that the pelvis is going to want to tip, don't let it, and then bring it back up. And we do that again. These can always be bent if your hamstrings are tight. Focusing on the load of the double legs, glued together, reaching away from your center, and then back in towards the ceiling. Now here, let's twist, and come up, elbow to knee, leg shoots out of the joint, and then comes back into the chest. Try to come up on a diagonal line, towards the inside of the thigh, without letting the leg shoot wildly off track. Into the left, come back to center, and let it down. Good, pull the legs in tight, one more stretch here, and then extend the legs forward, rolling up for fine stretch. So lift the arms, head, neck, and shoulders, and exhale, come up, open the legs a little wider than your hips, bring the arms up to the ceiling. And return the palms back to the little upper back extension, the seated swan. Palms forward, dive over, suck the waist back as you curve forward. The head passes forward, out and down between the knees. Feel the stretch in your spine. And then sink down through your heels, through your sits bones, through your tailbone, and lift up. You want the lower part of the body to be vertical as you lift your chest and lift your eyes up and back. Forward again. Of course, if you need a little release in the back line of your body, you would elevate your hips on the yoga block. Even on a chair, if you're really tight here in the back line today, and then coming all the way up for the upper body extension. Once more, all the way forward, down your nose, head leads the way, chin to chest, lift your neck, then move your shoulders. Upper back, mid back, low back, and onto your legs. Maybe reach the heels out, pull the toes back, and stretch here. Set the waist back, increase the curve around your sacrum. And then we're frogging in for open leg balance and afterwards. Easiest, hands behind your thighs. Otherwise, hands go between the legs, hold the top of the shins. Lift your feet, curl the tail up, and lift into your abs. So the right leg extends up, and then we bring it back down, edges of the feet together, and now the left leg extends. You might wrap your hand around a little laterally as the leg reaches up to the sky, and then pull it back to the inside of the leg as you fold. One more for the left. And back on both legs. Up and fold it down. And we do one more, and then we get ready to roll. So let's lift into your abs, curl the tail up to start the movement. Pull your shoulder blades, exhale all the way up, balance, and again. The balance is sometimes aspirational, right? And here we go, we roll again. Eventually, we would love to be flexible enough that you could flex your feet and hold onto your toes. I know, right? Some days it's better than others, you know, right? And then we can lower. Some years it's better than others. And then let's just have this a little bit together. Elbow, arms forward, knees wide, and then drop here and get a little stretch and circle butterfly position. Set the spine to come up. And we'll open the legs here for a saw. We'll skip corkscrew. And elevate your hips if you wish. Arms reach out, go along through the fingertips, rotate to the right and dive over. Let the back of your hands along the outside of the leg and ankle, all the way up. Center and then twist and dive and reach. Knees can bend as you go over, just keep the opposite hip glued down.
punch down through the opposite system. Remember, we're trying to find a lot of rotation here, not just a dive over the leg. We're up, section, one more set. Just walk through your fingertips in both directions. See if you can feel that movement of the shoulder blades on top of the rib cage. They slide, they glide to accommodate the movement here. And then come up and the arms lower. And then let's go onto our stomach, use the roller for your spine. Right, so if you need to back out of anything, just do that. Pay attention to what your body's saying today. All right, so the arms extend over the roller, halfway between elbow and wrist. Head floats between the arms. Let's pull the shoulders down your back, use your lats, propel the gaze forward, lift the chest, coming up, 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 pressing the front of the pelvic girdle into the floor, and then sit yourself down into the ground from the navel to the waist to the ribs, and the hip floats here between your arms. And again, you find the tricep and the lat connection, up and pushing down to help you with that lift. And then release it down. The back's going to lengthen as the abdominal line shortens again. And one more time. Work up here, heart rises, and release it down. Put the roller aside. Arm push up the ground, child's pose. Further back, let your hip fall. Breathe into your low back. And we stack our spine bottom to top. Let's go into your shoulder bridge next. So we can take onto your back here. And then roll your spine down into the mat. Control it all the way down. The transitions matter as you get into this intermediate level work. So the arms are down at your side. Reach out long through the fingertips. And we're going to spread the toes, spread the feet, press them into the ground. Begin with the pelvic tuck, rolling the waist down, pulling the tail forward and up. The knees slide forward. You're going to lift into first a plank, up towards the ceiling, like a straight line, knees to hip bones to shoulders, and then we can roll to the outer arm, push the top of the shoulders down, lift the chest, lift the hips a little higher, so find the inside edges of your feet. And now we're going to roll out of it, so you can roll to the upper arm rolls internally, the shoulders curve up a bit, the palms still spread into the ground. Drape your body down from the top vertebra all the way down to the tailbone. When you roll over the sacrum, you'll release your tail and the waistline comes off the ground. Now let's do that again. So begin with that pelvic tuck. Rock the pelvis, come forward and up with the hips. Sit into your arms, sit into your feet, especially the inner edges of them. Look up and slightly back so that your throat is long. You want to be able to still breathe here. And even talk, right? And then we're going to lift the shoulders, roll to the inner arm, curve your way down. This will stretch out your back if you go really slowly. And then give you a little massage as you put weight into it, and then let it, the weight come off. One more time. Go with the knees, try to really stretch that front line of your body, shoulder to hip to knee, and then go a little bit higher if you can. Push down to the upper arms at this point, as well as the fingers and palms. And then we roll out of that upper back extension. Literally let the front midline of the body sink and the back widen as you start that curve down through flexion. And then all the way down to your balance on your sacrum. Okay, we come forward up for spine twist. Again, sure, elevate your hips if that's what your body wants today. Extend the arms out from the chest and push the arms down for taller. Inhale, rotate to the right. Pulse 1, 2, 3. Lift to center. You're gonna exhale as we pump the air out of the lungs. Inhale, coming through the center line. Exhale again. Zip tight together. And then twist. Bring out your waist. Bring out your breath. And last step. Arms are actively reaching with each arm as a hose, and we're just pouring out through the fingertips across the room. Come center and lower the arms down. Laying down for jackknife. Here you do have the option of taking the roller under your hips, or of course the option of repeating a previous exercise, right? So from here, the arms lengthen forward. Remember, nothing under your head at this point. We're looking up at the ceiling. Do not turn your head when you lift your hips. So the knees pull in, extend the legs up to the ceiling. Reach the legs forward to your working level. You're going to feel the abs really kick in. Without the back arching, lift the legs up. Exhale, lift your hips, and come over with the legs. Initially parallel to the ground, but lift them up higher. And then we work this spine down, roll to the inner arms here, so the back will work into flexion. Come all the way down, pushing the floor down and away. The legs reach out and away from your hips. And let's do it again. Short inhale, big exhale. Inhale to lift the legs. And then exhale to start moving down. Take extra breaths as you need to here. Because the slower you do it, the more work you're going to feel. I'd love for you to also feel that stretch to the back line. And we'll just do one more. So great. And up again. You always have the option that you lift the legs, you can also lower them, and then come down to the bigger stretch and then hamstrings. Or maybe that's just me, but we take the legs forward, fold them in, hug them tight, and let's lay onto our side here for our planks. I'm going on my left side. Do what works for you. All right, so if possible, you just prop your head up. Otherwise, you can lay your head down on your arm. Try to lift the tail out behind you like a happy dog. Feel that crease in the hip. And know that the action is happening from the hip joint. You can have either both hands behind the head or one hand to the floor. So we'll spiral the knee up, rotating the leg externally, and exhale, bring it down. Inhale to lift. You can also have your hand on your hip bone to be sure that stays stacked over the bottom line. The leg here, and close. If you work from the socket instead of from your low back, you're going to really feel this fire up your medius, the upper lateral thigh. Now, once we lift the knee, we'll extend the knee and stretch the leg out on the diagonal. Bend the knee, the edges of the feet go right back together where they started, and then exhale, close the knees. So inhale to lift. Exhale to extend. Fold the leg here, edges of the feet together, and then close the knees. So you lift the knee, it's like a hinge here with the feet like a clamshell opening. Extend the leg, stretch out long to the soft toes. Bend the knee, and then exhale, bring it down. Fire hydrant here, pick up the leg as a unit, and then close it down. Inhale to lift, exhale to lower. When the knee goes up, you might think of the femur head rolling down and deep into the socket, and it rolls up and out as you flatten out that leg, bringing it parallel to the ground. So lift, and exhale down, and one more time. Good. All right, other side. You can just turn over and come up. I can still see you in the camera. The arm at the bottom, you might pull it in a little bit to get a little bit of work into that rib cage, into the armpit. And hand position is variable, but let's spiral the left knee up here on the inhale and close it down on the exhale. So inhale, lifting the knee, exhale, releasing it back. Look straight ahead, not at your leg. You're going to keep the neck long and the head pretty much in line with the rest of the spine beneath it, all the way down to the tail.
It's so much easier when you do it incorrectly, right? So, when I talk about like rolling back with the hip to pick the knee up higher, yeah. This is my specialty. Pick up the knee, extend the leg, extend the knee, bend the knee, and then lower the knee to kiss the other knee. So inhale up, exhale, reach, inhale, bend, exhale, lower. Again, lengthen, extend, hold it here, and bring it down. Do one more here. Anyone else feel like glute firing? Yeah, great. One. And then down, and now here for the hydrant. Lift and lower. Really good. It's always interesting. Sometimes we know why one side is easier than the other, and sometimes it's a total mystery, right? And last one up, and bring it down. All right, so let's come up to sitting. Time for some teaser.
Yeah, that was a smile of excitement, not a groan of dismay, right? It is more challenging if you have to be at work like the last month instead of here. So, all right, so sit upright. We're going to tuck and look into our abs. Pull the waist back a little bit until the feet are light, and pick up your feet. You can still hold your hands to the legs. I just want you to stretch the legs up, squeeze them together, find your balance point, and bring the arms up. Lovely. Hold your thighs, bend your knees, tap your toes. And again, extend the legs, squeeze them together, bring the height that works for you, even if the knees are a little bent. You can take the arms up, reach, next to your thighs, bend your knees, lower. Okay, so here we go. We're going to take the legs up, hold them where you are, arms up, rotate to the right, come center, rotate to the left, come center, one more set, twist to the right, come center, twist to the left, come center, hands to your legs, bend your knees, open the knees, round forward, stretch out your spine. Are we upright? We're going to pull the legs in with bent knees, toes at eye level, arms reach forward, push the legs away, pull your tail up, go down, 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 your toes pretty much at eye level. You want your heels to touch when your blades touch. Lay your head down, arms lengthen forward, palms are up. Slide the arms forward, lift your head, neck, and chest. Scoop the arms here. You can bring the longer legs if you wish. Come up either straight legs or bent. And we want to really round the back to protect it. Tail goes up, knees bend if you need to. Push the feet away once you get more to the top of the sacrum. Send your upright curl as you lower the heels. And then the head goes down, that protects your spine. One final one. Coming up. Really good. That legs are straight, either works. And now the most important thing, pull the tail up, start to go down into your sacrum. Reach away as a counterbalance. You go to your shoulder blades, the heels touch, and bring it all the way down. Really good job. Hold both knees in, hold them in tight, rock a little side to side. Just in case there was a miscalculation somewhere along the way. Or you haven't done that in a while. Okay, and then we're coming up. We're going to end with rolling like a, well, seal, not rolling like a ball, but it's a variation of that, right? So we take the edges of the feet together, take your hands through your legs and around your ankles. Pick up your feet, again, around your back, J-shaped spine, tail lifts, looking into your abs. You're going to press the arms into the legs and vice versa. Open and close at the hip to open and come 1, 2, 3. Inhale, roll back, looking at your belly. 1, 2, 3. Come forward, and 1, 2, 3. And then your feet are down, and we're good for today. Just thank you so much. You know, this is the last Tuesday class of this semester, and we still have one class tomorrow. If you can make it, love to see you. We're off for like 2 weeks, and back, we said it was the 4th, Tuesday the 4th. For the summer, it'll run through I think, the beginning of August. If you're not going to be in town, you can watch it on the YouTube channel. Just welcome us to stay in touch. Keep up your practice. And if I don't see you, thank you so much for a great semester.
Thank you. Thank you, Cathy.
And we'll also be back in the fall. So I'm assuming.